Ah! Please don't sneak up on me. Dear Tim and Moby, who was Galileo? From Yumi. Galileo Galilei was an Italian astronomer and physicist. His discoveries with the new invention of the telescope changed our understanding of the universe. And his experiments in physics overturned beliefs that had been held for thousands of years. He was born in 1564 in Pisa, Italy. At the age of 25, he became a professor of mathematics at the University of Pisa. Galileo had his own ideas about how the universe worked, and he taught theories that contradicted those of Aristotle. Well, back then, pretty much all of physics was based on the ideas of Aristotle, a major Greek philosopher from the 5th century BCE. Aristotle said, among other things, that heavier objects would fall faster than light ones. Galileo argued that the speed at which objects fell to the ground was constant. But to scientists in Galileo's time, anything that went against Aristotle's ideas was suspect. That university did not renew Galileo's contract, so he moved on to teach at the University of Padua in Venice. In 1609, after hearing stories about the invention of a telescope in Holland, Galileo built one of his own and turned it towards the sky. In early 1610, he published his findings in a book called The Starry Messenger. He reported that there were mountains and valleys on the moon, 4 moons revolving around the planet Jupiter, and that the Milky Way is made up of individual stars. Yeah, well, Jupiter has way more than 4 moons, but Galileo's telescope just wasn't very strong. These were huge findings, though, and Galileo was appointed as court mathematician at Florence. A few years later, in a paper on sunspots, Galileo wrote that he supported Copernicus' theory of the solar system. Copernicus was a Polish astronomer who believed that the Earth and other planets revolved around the sun. This contradicted Aristotle, who believed everything revolved around the Earth. Not to mention the Catholic Church, which put the Earth at the center of the universe. When Galileo wrote a pro-Copernicus work called Dialogue on the Two Chief World Systems, the Church took action. Galileo stood trial in Rome in 1633, where a court forced him to say that Copernicus was wrong. They also confined him to his house for the rest of his life, and the sentence against him was read publicly at every Italian university. While under house arrest, Galileo wrote another major work on the motion of objects, which would later influence Isaac Newton's theory of gravity. Of course, after Galileo's death, most of his ideas were proven correct, including his support of Copernicus' solar system. But Galileo's biggest contribution to science may have been his reliance on the scientific method instead of abstract theory. By relying on observations and experiments rather than just pure thought and philosophy, he was able to get a more accurate picture of the world than folks who just believed what they wanted to. Hey, let me see what you're looking at. Huh. Something kind of weird about that.